Hey, everybody. It's Danielle Strobel from I'm Not Gonna Lie podcast.
Hello.
Hey, Phil.
Yeah.
Hi. How
How's
are
it
you?
going? I'm good.
Did we just have the nuttiest episode
That
ever?
was intense.
For the coolest guys in Petaluma
I feel like I need to towel off or
or something.
yeah, it was crazy.
Tom Gaffey from the Phoenix Theater. What was he? The 2018 what?
Good Egg. Good
Award
Egg at
winner.
Petaluma.
We had Eli Lucas, who makes everybody in Petaluma happy skating around with his roller skates and his music.
In his singlet.
And his singlet.
Yeah, it's a wrestling term.
Oh, I did not know that. Pete Rochelle, who is also part of Thus-the-Buzz, that was the band that was here, and Lance Brown, our own Lance Brown from Keller Street Co-work.
Yeah, this is crazy. It's definitely one of the must-listen to episodes.
Yeah, I'm going to say it was probably one of the more fun, for sure. All right. Oh,
Mountain Dew.
all right. Are you done with your goddamn vape story? Can I introduce you guys? Now?
I've been
Hold on.
cut off.
Oh, wait. He's going to listen to the music.
Story.
Sounds like it's an ad.
This is my favorite part of my podcast.
Who did it?
Listen to music on.
Why can't we do this?
I did it. Oh, you should. You totally should.
Okay, that's good.
Hi, Phil.
Hi.
How are you?
Not bad.
Are you stressed?
No, I'm
A
good.
little? Come on. You're not playing
Checking
Words
my
with
email.
Friends. All right. Fucker. He's going to check his email. I'm
He
going
was
to introduce you
popping
guys.
pills before the show.
Hey.
Hey, what's happening?
How are you?
I am.
You're what? You're happy to be
All right,
here.
roll him
You're
on.
super happy to be here. That was Eli Lucas. Eli Lucas.
Yeah, who
There's
you got?
Tom Gaffey. There's Lance Brown. There's Pete Rochelle from Thus-the-Buzz. Yay. Everybody in Petaluma knows who you are.
Really?
Someday we're going to be so big, everybody in the world's going to know who you are.
Wow, that
Because
would be
everybody's going to be
amazing.
listening.
That'll be good.
In the
Can we get a
meantime,
record deal?
I'm so excited to have you guys
I knew
here.
I moved to
I've been
California
trying
for
to get two things to happen in the last year. No offense to you, Pete, but I've been trying to get Tom Gaffey in here to literally sit with my members and just tell stories. And I've been trying to, honest to God, I've been trying to get you on my freaking phone camera for the last year.
Eli
And every
Lucas.
time you skate by, it's too fast. I don't have my phone ready.
I'm terribly
And
sorry.
I was thinking, here's the thing. I started a podcast just so I could get your ass in here with your roller skates.
Okay, let's do it.
So
done.
well, you did it. You did it
shit,
already.
you're in here.
on
Okay.
video, and now I
You
know I'm
made
doing
it.
it. But I feel like
You
we
hit
should
the
do it
big
again.
time.
That was easy.
It turns
That
out
was-
Pete and I are just fluffers.
You tricked
Yeah.
me.
Pete, so today's the first day we've met. Also,
That's right.
And what do you do around town? Like, is there anything fun that you do so that we can get that?
Well, I used to live
besides
around
playing
town.
the piano?
I don't do anything around town anymore.
Where do you
I
live?
live in Santa Rosa now.
Oh,
You know, you can catch him playing at Rogers Place, the Big Easy.
Sometimes,
Oh, really?
but I
Okay.
almost cut him off. Or 256, or where's
Cut
the
him
other
off.
place?
Why-
Yeah,
why
yeah,
don't you
there's-
cut him off.
Pengrove Pub. I play there a lot.
Yeah, yeah. You
Oh,
can catch
all
him.
right.
Pete's
All
a busy
right.
player.
but how often?
I'll send you invites now.
You guys have a big gig coming up. When next week?
We got
next week?
a couple
Thursday.
coming
You've been
up, yeah.
practicing for
We
it?
got one we can talk about. The other one is still.
Oh, well, talk about the one
Not
you
in the
can talk
bag.
about
Thursday night at
anymore.
Lagunitas.
next week.
Yeah,
next
week.
Is it a fundraiser or is it you guys just being awesome playing?
Just raising
Little
funds
of
for
both.
Lagunitas.
Yeah.
Oh, for
think
Lagunitas.
well, we
Why do
don't-
they
they
need
need-
to have
they need the money,
funds
don't they?
raised?
Yeah,
well,
they
you know
really
what?
need it.
I don't know
Oh,
how
you're
their,
lying.
I played there so many
Fuck
freaking
you,
times.
you're a liar.
I don't know how their profit
No.
margin works, but Lagunitas puts a lot of money back out into the community.
Oh,
I'll
for
give
sure.
beer
For
yeah,
starving
everyone
children.
can.
Yeah, but yeah.
So
okay.
I'd play for them anytime anyway.
We get free beer
Yeah.
and free food.
yeah.
I've been to
Yeah, it's the only
Lagunitas
place anymore that does that.
3 times
No
in my
kidding.
life. I've lived here almost
I thought
8
you
years.
play, it's gratis, man. You get some food.
No,
Sorry.
or everybody's
Do they have
even
food?
Rogers charges you half price for his $14 glass of wine. You know,
Oh,
Jeez.
this was a $2.99 glass of wine and a coffee mug.
yeah, $2 Chuck, right?
Yeah, something like
like
I
that.
don't know, something like that. I think it's
Some
a
swill?
$2 swallow is what it is. There's not much in
$2
there.
swiller.
Lagunitas. I've been here almost 8 years. I've been to Lagunitas 2, maybe 3 times. I'm not a huge beer drinker. Not to say that Lagunitas isn't awesome, but usually it's revolving around beer, so that's not a thing. But
They'll cork your wine.
I'm going to say, and I mean this with all the respect in the world, the 3 times that I have gone have been for fundraisers, in which I thought, all right, I should go, A, because it's a good cause, and B, okay, I'm always complaining about not being able to find people to meet around town, like single people, because everybody's either married or
On Tinder.
half dead or 24, which that one doesn't bother me as much, but so I thought, I'll go to Lagunitas. They're just not
That
my
hurts
people.
me.
Yeah, fuck, I'm almost 50.
But,
I'm well over 50.
They're not my people.
But did they? You know, I
Lagunitas.
think that might change depending on the style.
Like maybe
of the
when you guys
entertainment.
are there.
Well, yeah, maybe. I never know what our...
Yeah, we don't.
We
know.
never
We don't
know what
what
we're
to do right
What is your
now.
demographic?
Yeah,
Do
we
you
don't know. The
My demographic is I like playing dive bars. I really
Yeah.
Oh,
do.
yeah.
I'm down with that.
I will
Greatest
get
show I
I will
ever
get
had,
us
it
in
was-
the pub then, if you want to play there.
Yeah, I want to play dive bars.
Was there
I love those.
is there a manager among you guys, or
No.
Pretty much
It's
Eli.
whoever
Eli
does.
does all of our promotion.
Yeah.
Eli, you're for somebody who blew in here like breath of fresh air. You're awful quiet over there. What's going on?
Oh, that was a mistake.
I haven't showered in a while.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So keeping quiet helps that.
The more I move, the more I talk, the wind blows over
Got
to
it.
you guys.
It's all right. We're all
That-
good. It's
that fresh
freaking
air
Petaluma. If it's not you, it's going to be a cow that we smell or
That's
something,
true.
Yeah.
right?
That's the smell of home.
Smell of money.
Somebody told me, I don't even remember who it was, earlier today. He asked me, he said, is Eli coming as Eli or is he coming in character? And I said, I don't know.
I don't
I
understand
don't
the
care
question.
either way. And I said, do I need to know something? Like, am I talking to somebody different? So apparently you have to, what? You're not this way when you're not with a wig? Wait,
I sleep naked.
well, so do I.
I was gonna say, does it put you in?
But I'm the same, naked or not.
Oh, really?
I feel like I might be digging
Tell
myself.
us more.
Yeah, that-
we like to hear more about the
His drumming.
No, I didn't know how to answer the question.
equally
Whatever you come as, I'm
excellent.
happy to have you here. And so far, I've been
right.
blissfully entertained with the four of you, except for Lance when he's puffing on his.
Puffing on his vape. He's sneaking
He
them.
had you going. He really
Who
had you
came
going.
up with "thus-the-buzz"? The name.
So it was, we were rehearsing that at our old studio on Cleveland. And we were waiting for Lance, and Lance was late getting there, and he shows up, and he's just a mess. Lance, what the fuck? Why do you show up like this for a rehearsal? I goes, well, we had a baseball game today. We won the tournament. We won the championship. We went to get pizza. We had several pitchers of beer. Thus the buzz.
That's right. Oh, that was it. And thus the buzz,
Really?
yeah.
That is a great story.
Yeah. And
That's
that was
way
it.
better than sitting around and Googling, like, is this name already
Yeah,
taken
no
in a
kidding.
URL?
Thus the buzz. Oh,
what I
that's the
do.
band name.
It fit right away.
That name is so not taken. You can still Google it.
That is great. Well, that's what I was going to say. I was like, that's the buzz. But now that
I
there's a
remember
story
how you
behind it,
said
I like
yeah.
it. I
But
like
the way
it a
you
lot.
said it was
Yeah,
Thus
thus
the
the buzz.
Yeah.
And that was me that said, "Oh, that's what we're calling ourselves." Thus the buzz. Thank you, Lance.
How long have you been playing together?
Well, I've been sober 16 years.
Ah, you should get more drunk more often.
So-
it's very productive for the band.
Yeah.
So
it's been
Lance,
longer than
Lance
that.
and his high school friends were down on the Phoenix stage one night, and they were jamming on something. And I hear this thing. I'm probably about 32 or so, and I hear these kids down there jamming. I go, "Oh shoot, I know that tune." And I go down and grab the mic, and I'm singing "Season of the Witch." And Johnny Brennis, the bass player, I think, said, "Whoa, did you just write that?" "No, man, that's Season of the Witch. That's Donovan." He goes, "No, we just wrote that." "No, you just stole it." And it was Kismet. Lance and I have been playing together since then.
Wow.
89,
Actually.
probably.
Yeah, 89.
That's a long time. So do you know that Lance was a member here at Keller Street for probably a good 6 months or maybe 5 months, but I knew him for the whole year since we opened because one of our other members is a friend. I didn't even know that he played music. Isn't that crazy? I feel embarrassed about that because I feel like I know my members pretty well.
Well, I don't
and
really
you,
go around.
You need to be
Yeah.
promoting
but
more.
you should be promoting
Yeah,
Thus
really.
the Buzz.
Clearly not the
We have
manager.
a show. I'm on your
Yes.
podcast.
Be wearing
Come
the
to show.
t-shirt.
What else I could do?
Get a
You know
tattoo
that-
on your face
I-
of each show, upcoming show.
Lance was a guest on my podcast about 3 months ago, and
I got censored.
I told him, "Fuck you! I'm not publishing
That was
it."
the full Lance.
Was it pretty bad?
No, it had nothing to do with his content and everything to do with him telling me fucking the whole hour all the shit I need to do better.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, are you joking?
That is okay.
That is so true.
No,
That's so true.
Point of order. You asked me a question.
I would never on my podcast ask you, how can I be better?
No.
He'll tell you, though.
You asked me a question, and I gave you an answer.
I don't even remember what the question was.
You asked me about a certain section of the place and what I thought about it, and I'm like, I guess it's okay, but
Oh.
it's been vacant a lot.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, I didn't.
But
say
then you proceeded to go down the list of things
let's
that I
just-
suck at.
No, you're just.
Let's
no.
just
I think you're
relive the
sensitive
past.
about that.
Well,
I'm
You
a little
probably didn't
sensitive.
suck at
No,
it.
you know-
I
Oh,
don't like it when people don't like me.
Do you
Yeah.
still have it?
Incredibly
Have you
sensitive.
still got the recordings of that thing?
Well, I've been trying to get it out of my producer,
Yeah, I
Phil,
got it.
over here for months, and he
You
won't
could
give it up.
exactly.
I got it.
You could dissect it and find out.
Yeah.
Exactly how much
See
Lance
all,
is at fault.
he's like, see all those people out there at the desks over there.
It is fun.
I talk
Friday
this place
afternoon.
up all the time.
I know
He
you
does.
do.
Yeah.
So I saw a meme on Facebook. It's probably my favorite meme I've ever seen. It says, your good friend will talk shit to you to your face, but talk nice to you when you're not there. That's a real friend.
That's Lance.
Well,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. I
you've always been
prefer
nice to me.
people just talk nice all the time.
Well,
Oh, this is
your
Petaluma.
friends are honest with you.
This is not the way we built
No,
this
No, just
town.
don't ask me
No.
a question. That's not fair. I know how to answer.
You're right.
Next time.
You're right. All right, fine. I'll publish it. Actually, I might listen to it first. There's only been 2 episodes that I haven't actually published.
I'm a little pissed off I was censored. I brought you the goods.
It's still there. I brought the goods.
He did.
You've
He
thus the
brought-
buzz.
I know.
fuck.
Well, that's the thing. I went back. I'm like, should we try this again? He's like, nope.
No.
But I'll bring the band on.
What do we
I'm
got to
like,
do to get this episode
right.
banned?
This thing is going to be ready to go 30
draw a
minutes after you
picture.
leave.
You
This is
can't.
going to be your like Friday night.
This is
I'm
your
going to sit
swan
on my
song,
couch
baby.
Oh, no
with my
shit.
skates on.
We'll see about that.
And really, I think you know what?
Oh,
Just
hey, easy.
party foul.
Need to get
Easy
your
with the
training bra.
kombucha.
I think that you should play it on your little thing that you skate around with
When you're skating around,
when you're skating
Absolutely.
around
What
play
thing?
the podcast.
on your
Yeah.
on your
You should be
speaker.
playing
That'd
thus
be
the
good.
buzz on that damn
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Shit,
That's a
these
good
are-
point.
Dude, what did you do to your
We're not
finger?
I
It was a fluffing accident.
Yeah.
the sidewalk was looking at me funny.
And so you punched it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to take that shit.
Oh,
Yeah, don't worry. I won. It was
Do
just
you-
laying
I
there.
don't know. You don't look
walked
like you
away.
won.
It was
Oh, you
covered
did
in my
win.
blood, though.
When did you do that?
You should see the fucking sidewalk.
2 days
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, it's all flat now.
You may need to
Oh,
get
2
that
days
checked.
ago. Looks
I'm not
fresh.
sure it's ADA compatible.
I have a first aid kit here if you
That's
want
what this
to
is.
use it.
I got some antibiotics from the dollar store.
Oh, those are good, I'm sure. Expired.
Oh, they were pretty good. They were
Was it
pretty good.
Neosporin?
Actually,
No,
I had painful
I don't
urination
know.
until I took that.
I didn't look.
Whatever it is.
You're
Does
using
an
it wrong.
antibiotic ever die? Is that?
No, it
I
doesn't. But
don't
it can make the
know.
pee stop hurting.
I do love Lance.
Speaking of die, you know what? Because this is the first chance I get to mention it big. There were 2 beautiful, incredibly beautiful redwood trees that were the home to a beautiful downtown owl that they just finished cutting down. They've been there for about
Today,
125 years.
right? I saw
They
that. I
just-
was actually going to ask you what was
right
going on.
behind my theater. They
no.
they
They had a
started
big ass
trimming.
crane out there.
Yeah, it was. So they started. By the time I got there yesterday about noon, they'd already had it chopped enough up both of the trees that they could no longer have the tensile strength to stand in a tall wind because they were so top heavy. They stopped there, and it was just the top fluffs on each side last night. And as the moon was rising, you could see these 2 trees hugging for the last time. It was one of the
Oh
most
my God,
poignant
he's
things.
such a storyteller.
Yeah, but it was such a sad thing to see.
Did they have to go? Or
I'm hoping that's what we find. Lance is theorizing. So I called the city yesterday, but the same thing happens every time you call the city. And I love this city, and I love working with them. But you get the answering machine. You tell them, please give me a call back, and then you get the call back the next afternoon. Well, by today, they would have been down anyway. So I didn't leave a message this time. Lance is theorizing that they were so close to the house, their roots were starting to grow under the house, and I'll go with that.
Yeah.
And but
So
that's
did they come down?
They came down. They're all the way down, and they trucked them down the street just about an hour ago. And I'm glad that I get to at least make notice of this. Kids that grew up in the theater area, the downtown area in the 80s and
We've all smoked
90s.
weed at those trees.
We called it, you guys called it the forest, and it was these 2 big redwood trees, and I'd have to go back there 4 or 5 times every weekend, every Friday or Saturday night, and run you guys
Take
out.
them all out.
Because I'd get blamed for all the action back there, but it was a downtown haunt. And a lot of kids have got a lot of history with those 2 trees, and they're down. And it's just to make.
Did you
note
take
of,
a picture while they were cutting him down?
I got a couple pictures, and so
that kind of pissed me off when they put the freeway in, when they've been working on the freeway. Did like all the redwood trees between
yeah.
Santa Rosa
Yeah.
or Healdsburg to Novato have to go down? Every last one.
it doesn't look like it. Actually, that's the point. It looks like there was still room that they didn't need to.
Right.
I'm glad they did the eucalyptus, though.
Well, eucalyptus is dangerous stuff.
Yeah, the wind will
Absolutely.
blow
Wait,
those
why
down.
is it? Oh, because it blows all the.
Well, yeah,
It's a short
They
root
fall
base.
down.
And
It has
yeah,
a
and-
short root base, so it gets top.
Well, and they drop branches. There was a 13-year-old kid that was killed out at one of the Adobe festivals when a branch dropped on him. Trey.
What about the kid on Oak Hill Park with the oak branch?
Yeah, that was an oak. Actually, I think it was a cypress, wasn't it?
That was something like that. No, it was an oak tree.
It was an oak tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, trees can be dangerous, but eucalyptus have such an oil, they burn terribly. During a freeze, they die very quickly, very easily. So you may end up after a couple of really hard winters with stands of dead eucalyptus trees just ready to blow up into